341st Missile Wing is dedicated to continuing their nuclear deterrence. Fellow comrades on base face a fight of their own this summer. MTN's Keely Van Middendorp has more on a grazing project that's returned to Malmstrom Air Force Base and how it's also helping out our farmers and ranchers.
Malmstrom Air Force Base welcomed just under 500 guests for the second year in a row. The goats are tasked with an important mission over the next 6 weeks, chowing down an invasive weed species on over 1,500 acres of underdeveloped land on base.
Many of these plants have no forage value for livestock beyond goats or for wildlife, so you don't see deer or elk grazing these plant species, and they can become quite invasive and take over acres and acres if they're not managed in some level.
The 3-year project, in cooperation with U.S. Fish and Wildlife, officially started last summer. Soderquist said the group of goats had already adjusted to their temporary home on base.
Even helicopter sounds they're pretty used to by now, so they adapt pretty rapidly.
However, the idea behind the grazing project isn't just meant for Malmstrom. Soderquist says she works with numerous private and public landowners in the state who have weed problems.
I work with producers who are looking for somewhere to summer their goats, and then I connect them with clients who are looking for weeds to be eaten.
She says it doesn't matter if the goats are on a military base or on a farm or ranch. They're the best choice to get rid of weeds without using chemical spray.
We try to do our pricing so it's pretty competitive with chemical spraying, and a lot of times I end up coming in at a lower cost than it would be to spray, especially on areas that are more rough landscape to access. Goats can go up really steep hillsides, they can get into some thicker brush, that type of stuff that's a little more difficult to manage with spraying.
Near Great Falls, Keely Van Middendorp, MTN News.
The goats are moved a few times per day to mimic that natural grazing pressures of densely packed bison herds.